If you plan on getting an agent, I want you to listen closely. Hi, I'm Valerie Francis. I'm a best-selling author and a story editor. And over the past 10 years, I have worked with and met hundreds of writers, really talented people who have created some truly interesting stories. And I've watched a lot of them fail to get an agent because they've misunderstood what the query process is all about. Querying is selling. You're selling an agent on the idea of signing you as a client. And to do it effectively, you need to give the agent very specific information in a very specific way. If you don't give it to them the way they want it, you will get a rejection. But you'll never know why because agents don't explain why they pass on a submission. And it's not because they're nasty and mean people. And it's not because they want you to fail. It's because they receive so many queries that they simply don't have time to explain it to everybody. Now, here on the podcast, we do the Hook Your Reader episodes with literary agent Kathleen Fox. And on those episodes, we do explain some of the reasons why query letters are working well or perhaps not working so well. But even on this podcast, we don't have time to go into it in great detail. Let me be candid with you. I hear from writers almost every day who are going through the query process and they're getting discouraged and they want to moan about how unfair the system is and they want to blame the agents for taking too long to get back to them or for not getting back to them at all or for just not understanding how good their story is. And I let these writers get it off their chest because that's important. But then I start asking questions because that's what I do. That's how I'm wired. And the first question I ask is this: where did you learn to put a query package together? And they just kind of stare at me blankly because they never did learn how to put a query package together because it never occurred to them that they needed to. They mistook a query letter for a cover letter, and they're not the same thing. Then I ask them, who taught them how the query process works? And usually the answer is no one, either because they had no one to ask or because it didn't occur to them to ask any questions. They might have a little bit of information that they got from here or there, or maybe they have heard the experiences from other writers in their writing groups, but they haven't really taken the time to study it or to develop the skill of writing a query letter and putting a query package together. So what they've done is they've gone into a professional setting completely unprepared. And then they're genuinely shocked when their manuscript gets rejected. And in some cases, these writers that I talk to have spent literally, I'm not exaggerating here, tens of thousands of dollars traveling to various literary festivals to meet agents, either to pitch them on the spot or to make a connection so that their query, when they do make it, has a better chance of standing out. Now, you can send your query letter and first 10 pages writing sample into me right now, and Kathleen and I will review it on the podcast. That option is available to you, and it is a great way to get in front of an agent. But now think, if your query package is really good, Kathleen is probably going to want to read more, right? Or maybe another agent listening to this show is going to want to read more. And yes, we do have many agents who listen to the Story Nerd podcast. We also have filmmakers who listen to this show, and we have best-selling authors who listen to this show. So, since you have this opportunity to get in front of an agent without having to travel to a festival and without having to spend tens of thousands of dollars, why wouldn't you take the time to learn how to put together a great query package? I mean, it just makes sense, right? Then the question is, well, where do you go to learn how to put this package together? Well, yes, there's bits and pieces of information all over the place. I have been gathering them for literally years. I've learned a lot from industry professionals, including agents, to whom I have asked very pointed questions. And I've also learned some of the knowledge that I have the hard way through trial and error. I have had, and this sounds like a brag, it is not, I have had multiple requests for manuscripts. Some of them are still outstanding. I'm still waiting to hear on a couple of them. And I have even turned down representation because I didn't think it was a good fit. My point is that now I have a system that works. It is working for me, and I know it's going to work for you too. It's called the Query Starter Kit, and it's available at learn.storynerd.ca. If you are on my mailing list, you have received a coupon code for 25% off, so check your inbox. If you are not on my mailing list and you want to receive 25% off, go to valeriefrancis.ca/checklist, download the Your First 10 Pages checklist for free, and when I send out the emails on Monday and Tuesday afternoon, Newfoundland time, you'll also get the email with the coupon. Now, the sale ends on Tuesday, July 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern, so if you want the coupon code, don't delay. And you're going to want to stay on my mailing list because my inner circle always get the best deals, and sometimes I don't even advertise the deals except to the people on my mailing list. So, what is in this query starter kit? Well, I'm going to take you through the 3 parts of a query letter, and I'm going to explain exactly what an agent is looking for in each part, because each part must contain specific information, and every piece of information must not only be in the letter, but be in the right spot in the letter. I'll show you how to put the query package together, again, because it has to be done in a certain way and it has to include certain things. I'll teach you an exercise that will help you identify who your dream agent is, because unless you know specifically what kind of agent you're looking for, one, you're going to waste time querying agents that aren't a good fit for you. And two, you won't recognize your dream agent when you meet him or her. I'll show you where to find agents that represent the kind of book that you have written, and I'll explain how to research them. I'll walk you through a simple yet effective method for tracking your queries. I'll give you the inside scoop on what it's really like to query agents. This is the stuff agents never tell you. They never reveal this stuff. They make it sound really simple because to them it is. But the truth is that from a writer's perspective, there's all kinds of pitfalls to avoid and there's all kinds of hurdles to jump over. You'll also get access to an exclusive Q&A session with Kathleen Fox. And if you're going to query her, trust me, you want to hear this. The Query Starter Kit contains everything agents wish writers knew about creating a standout submission package. And they do want you to stand out. They want your query to catch their eye. They want to love your book. But you have to send them your information in the way that they are expecting it because they don't have time to sift through the other stuff. They won't do it. You must give it to them the way they want it. If you don't, they'll assume that you're just not ready to be published. They'll assume that your book is not ready or that you, as an author, are not ready to be their business partner. They're going to assume you're not a safe bet. So, as you can see, there's a whole lot riding on this. There's a whole lot riding on the way you put your query package together. So check out the Query Starter Kit at learn.storynerd.ca. The sale ends Tuesday.